Good morning. My name's Tom, and today I want to talk to you about the tariffs. Excuse me. Because, some people are declaring victory and some people are declaring defeat. And what do you go with? So, we'll do a quick rundown. We'll start with China. There was supposed to be a 60% tariff on Chinese goods. That got knocked down to a 10% tariff because that would have crippled the U.S. economy. China is not interested in negotiating. They said, okay, we'll see your tariffs and we'll put 15% tariffs on a bunch of U.S. goods, and we're going to add export taxes to a bunch of our own goods, and they did it in a very targeted fashion so that they're not giving their adversaries an opportunity to compete with them financially on supplying goods. They've also put moratoriums on the export of certain rare materials and minerals to damage our ability to catch up in the green energy manufacturing process when it comes to things like solar panels, semiconductors, things of that nature. So, yeah, China said, bring it. Britain. Well, to hear one side of it, Britain blinked. Not Britain, sorry. Canada. Bunch of people are saying Canada blinked. Bunch of people are saying Canada won. What happened? All right, well, Trump said he was going to count to 3. Then he stopped. Then he got to 2.5. Then he got to 2 3/4. And then Trump started negotiating instead of imposing the tariff because putting blanket tariffs on Canada would have crippled the U.S. auto manufacturing economy. See, we export some things to Canada as well as Mexico, and they turn those materials into completed goods, and then those goods come back into the US and then they get installed in cars, and so we would essentially be putting tariffs on our own steel, and we would be causing the cost of US made cars to go up by 25%. But we got told Canada made a bunch of concessions. That's interesting because Canada's only concession, if you can call it that, is they will agree to the terms of the trade agreement they completed and signed with the U.S. 6 weeks ago under the Biden administration. See, I've been in negotiations with hostile and dirty businessmen and who engage in unlawful business practices or less than ethical business practices, and when they just go in with those grand statements how they're in charge and things are going to happen the way they want, and you want to spike the football, you let them know that they didn't know what they had, what they were working with, and that if they want to start over, they're going to have to throw out the things they already have. And what we already had is actually trade parity. Okay, now going on to Mexico. So what's happening with Mexico? Because got told they're putting 10,000 troops on the border. No, that was kind of the same thing Canada did. Mexico said, we're going to live up to our 2019 and 2021 agreements, including putting 10,000 troops on the border. Thing is, Mexico already had 15,000 troops on the border when they'd only agreed to 10,000. That is how you diplomatically flip somebody off. Say, okay, we're only obligated to give you this, so we're taking away the extras that we gave you now. Would you like to negotiate now? And, so back home here in the U.S., it's easy to spin the narrative in a way that makes it look like Trump got concessions. But once again, the rest of the world is laughing at us. And we've damaged our relationships with our allies. And our adversaries are just getting stronger. And I feel like that's a repeat like we've seen this episode before, this is exactly what happened in Trump's first term. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments, and have a great day.